Soup stuff is birds are playing. It's me holding it down for hashtag gospel. It comes on every Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. on WEHA. And I am here to talk about Kevin Hart. Recently, Kevin Hart just came out exposing himself because he was trying to keep from being exposed by a young lady that he actually cheated on his current wife with. That young lady that he cheated with tried to blackmail him to get some money out of him, and he would rather come clean himself than pay money to anybody. That's what he said. So he came out on social media and confessed to cheating on his wife and hurting his wife and his kids and everything, and said he's not perfect and everything. And so with all of that, there's something something to take away from this whole situation. Something to learn from this. I do believe that Kevin Hart genuinely loves his current wife. This is his second wife. He cheated on his first wife as well. But I genuinely think that Kevin Hart loves his current wife with all his heart. And I think because he really does love his wife, it led him to think that he wasn't vulnerable to temptation. It led him to underestimate how strong temptation is. That is a huge no-no to underestimate temptation and to think that you aren't vulnerable to temptation. And if anything, from this, I think that we all need to understand that the same discipline that men, because men are disciplined people, the same type of discipline that men apply to their careers, to their dreams, their hopes and dreams and aspirations and their bodies and everything else, that's the same type of discipline that you have to apply to being a good man, being faithful to your significant other, to your wife, or what have you. When it comes to our careers, when it comes to look at Kevin Hart, for example. Kevin Hart is one of the hardest working comedians today in the game, right? Kevin Hart puts out stand-up comedy movie like every other year. That's like unheard of, putting out that much new material that fast. He makes movie after movie after movie. That all takes discipline, type of discipline where, he ignores how he feels and just does what it takes instead of what he feels. Kevin Hart even works out every single day. He works out every single day. I remember seeing this thing about how he went on vacation, but he worked out every day on vacation. Like he makes himself work out every single day. He does something to work out his body every single day. That takes discipline. I'm pretty sure that he wakes up in the morning and he feels like pushing the snooze button and turning and rolling around and going back to sleep. But he doesn't. He gets his butt up out of bed. And there's men all over the world who do the same thing when it comes to our careers, like famous athletes, famous rappers and actors and singers, and all these people. They are disciplined in their craft. They take care of their bodies. They work out all the time. They're in the gym. They're on the court. Like Kobe and all of them. I've heard rappers even rap about making sure they get up at 3, 4 in the morning so that they can get a head start on selling drugs. Okay, that's discipline. Seriously, that's discipline. So all that discipline that men do know about, the thing is that men don't understand that same type of discipline they need to apply to being a good man. It takes discipline. It takes practice. You literally have to practice, just thinking about your wife all the time and keeping just your wife on your mind. You have to practice when you see another young lady that you're attracted to walking towards you, looking the other way instead of looking at her and lusting. You have to practice not looking at pornography. You have to practice turning the TV when you're watching Power and it comes on a sex scene and Lala's butt naked. You have to practice turning the channel when that happens. Practice getting off of Instagram. You have to practice not hanging out with the fellas when they're going to a place where you know it's going to be a bunch of hoes and everything around. Listen, I'm just going to have to keep it real with you. That actually takes practice. You get what I'm saying? So temptation is always going to be around, is never going to take a day off. So you can't take a day off when it comes to resisting temptation. You can never think that you're not vulnerable to temptation, no matter. And the thing is, the problem, the mistake is that we apply discipline and ignoring how we feel to everything else but our relationships with women and how we treat women. When it comes to how we treat women, we're always emotional. We're always emotional. I feel like this, I feel like that. And, you know, at the end of the day, when it comes to immoral actions and everything, you know, that's one of the main places where you need to ignore how you feel and do what is right and do what it takes to keep your mind right. Kevin Hart said in his video that he's not perfect, right? When he's talking about how he cheated on his new wife. And I'm thinking to myself while he said that, this is the thing that you should have realized before you fell to temptation. That's the key, to realize you're not perfect before you fall to temptation. You know what I'm saying? Because that helps you to realize that, yes, it takes a lot of discipline to keep you from falling into temptation, because you're not perfect. No matter how much you love your wife, you're not perfect. So you need to practice discipline in order to keep yourself from falling to temptation. Like, I mean, you know, I hear people all the time, because I'm a Christian, you know, they're like, why are you always going to church? Why are you praying all the time? Why are you doing all that? It don't take all that. Listen, the word of God is not about you being perfect. It's not about making sure you're perfect. It's a mirror to show you how imperfect you are. And when you realize how imperfect you are, then you realize, okay, yes, it takes all of that. Yes, it is that deep. Yes, I do need to be in church all the time. Yes, I do need to pray all the time. I do need to fast all the time. I do need to, because that is the type of stuff that keeps my mind right. That keeps me right, because I'm not perfect. I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it takes discipline to actually keep myself, you know, on the right path. So long story short, I definitely am not kicking Kevin Hart while he's down. I'm definitely not shooting Kevin Hart in the foot or anything like that. If anything, I'm saying keep your head up, Kev. And this is just a very valuable lesson that Kev learned. And I think that I hope everybody else learned from this situation. And that is that, you know, when it comes to how we treat women, we need to be men in that situation the same way we act like men when it comes to our careers and when it comes to our dreams and aspirations and how we carry ourselves. We need to act like men and bring that same manly discipline to how we treat women. Just saying. And that's all I got to say. I think I wrote a couple of points down. I think that's about it. So I think I said everything I needed to say. Super Steffin, the birds are playing. It's me. I will see y'all on Saturday as usual. I need to get a retwist. Look at my hair. Look at my hair. I need to get a retwist. I'm looking at my hair and I'm like, oh. Anyways, I'll see y'all on Saturday. Yes, it was my birthday yesterday. Thank you to everybody for all the birthday wishes. I am 33. Yes, and I'm so happy about it. Okay. And I'm feeling better too. I don't have a cold. I mean, I still have a cold, but I don't have as bad a cold as I did yesterday. So I'll be out now. See y'all Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. WEHA, we have gospel. And also on here, facebook.com/HG Squad. Peace.